Hey friends, welcome back to Have a Good Day or Else. This is episode 3. I have made it to another episode. Go me. And I know what you're thinking, blah blah blah, the episode's not a big deal. It is to me. I explained this in the last one. Okay, I have my iPad here with me today because I have actually written out, let me just double check this is recording because I'm not doing that again. I actually have my iPad here today because I have written out a whole list of things that I would like to say, and they're actually quite difficult. So I thought it would be better and easier for myself if I have written it down and I can read from it. And I hope that's okay with you guys. Today I'm filming on an iPhone because my head is so scrambled. I am all over the place that I forgot my bloody camera charger somewhere else. So she is not available at the moment. She's out of action. And disclaimer, this may not be the longest episode because I am a very depressed little bean today. And I just do not have the energy, unfortunately, which is a shame. I feel sad for myself, and I feel sad for you guys because you guys don't get a full episode and you deserve it. If you came back to listen, thank you very much. Also, as you can probably tell by the name of the episode, trigger warning, we do talk about suicide in this, being suicidal, and thoughts of harming yourself. So please bear that in mind and pop off if you don't feel like you are strong enough to listen to this right now. By the way, for the visual viewers, this is Paddy, my jelly cat. He's a jellyfish jelly cat. But yeah, he's here with me today. And part of the reason I am wearing all pink, well, one reason is that I am not in a good place today, therefore I do not feel I can get up and do my makeup and have a shower and everything and look presentable. So I am here in my matching pink jammy set, which is actually very cozy because it's all silk. And also it is my birthday week, and if you have been around long enough, you know that the whole week of my birthday, everyone, including myself, must wear pink. So yeah. That's what's happening. I actually had an appointment today. Oh my goodness, I just completely forgot. I forgot to call them and tell them I'm not coming. I had an appointment today, which I will not be attending, which is it's a place called The Listening Place. And basically I go there and vent about being suicidal. It's like a therapy thing. And I just get to sit and have somebody listen to me while I talk about the things in my head and the feelings I've been feeling. And I just don't have it in me to get up, get dressed and go trek into central London to go and do that today. So I'm going to be soft and gentle with myself and not be mad at myself that I can't do these things. So I'm proud of me for even getting up and and knowing that I can get up and sit here and do this podcast. So go me. And I never really want to force myself to do something. Sometimes I do like to push myself out of my comfort zone, but never force myself in a malicious way to go and do something that I know will make me stressed or upset. I mean, part of how I'm feeling today is that I have absolutely no energy. And sometimes having no energy can be like, oh, I don't have it in me to get up and go and socialize today. Or sometimes it can be, I don't have any energy to sit up in bed. I cannot lift my head up. And I dislike those days very strongly. I feel like the biggest reason I dislike them is because I know that I should be asking for help, and asking for help can be so difficult and scary and just awkward. I hate the wording. How do I turn to my friends and say, hey, I'm feeling suicidal today, can you be there for me please? Because I don't want to put pressure on people. I don't want to put pressure on my best friends and say, help me. Because I don't know, well, I do know majority of the time what they're going through as well. And I don't want to add to that. Also, if I don't sound as bubbly and giggly as usual, it's because I am down and I don't want to force a big happy persona that may not be real. I want to be true with you guys and honest and show you that ups and downs do happen and that I'm still me, both up and down. So today, as I'm filming this, it is the 5th of February and my birthday is on the 7th, so it's in 2 days. And I am nervous as heck. I am so Like, I am sorry to swear, but I am shitting it. Like, birthdays really scare me because they make me feel like there are time limits and expectations in life. And that's a society thing, obviously. And I live in society, so I have to deal with that. But I just find it so scary. To me, it's just like New Year's. And I say this every New Year's. I post about it on Instagram and I say, New Year's Eve, please don't be too hard on yourself. And I know it's cliche with the whole memes of New Year, New Me. But like realistically, a lot of people do believe in that. They believe in the New Year, New Me. But I personally do not, because why, as it turns midnight and into a new year, do I feel like I suddenly need to give myself like a clean slate and start again? I could be going through something where I am not ready to have a clean slate. To me, it is just a Monday turning into a Tuesday. And you can do the New Year, New Me at any time. It doesn't have to be New Year's. It could be a bloody random Thursday. And I do that quite a lot, to be honest. Every now and then I'll wake up and be like, I'm going to be a different person. As in, a better person. It doesn't last very long, but you get the gist. Here's a couple things I wrote down about my birthday. Every year that I have my birthday, it's like I've made it another year, which is supposed to be a great thing, and I'm proud that I did it. But also, another year is scary. I have to do it again. I have to continue living and doing things and keeping myself alive. It's terrifying sometimes. So, like, I can feel my heart racing as I read that, because I feel so sad for myself. Every year on my birthday, when I feel my happiest, when I'm sitting with my friends and I'm there and I've made it, I always do a little speech and I'm like, guys, I did it. I did another year. I made it. I'm here. I didn't ever expect to be living past 18, yet here I am. And I always get so proud of myself. But then once my birthday is over, I sit and think, oh my God, here we are again. Another year. I have to do it again. I have to fight to keep myself alive for another year. I have to keep breathing. And that is just so overwhelming for me. And I feel like a lot of other people feel this, because I see on socials about how girls are always like, oh, I always cry on my birthday. I feel some people feel a little bit of that with me. And so I don't feel so alone when I hear that girls always cry on their birthday, because thank frick, I do every year. So today, I'm taking a little pause because this is a lot to deal with for me. I wanted to talk openly about what it feels like to be suicidal. Sorry, I'm just pausing a lot because I can feel my heart racing. I can feel my tummy like tensing up, and I can feel that I'm on the verge of tears, but I don't want to be. I want to be able to talk about this stuff and not sob through it, which is okay too. And I have a feeling I will be crying during this podcast, which I hope you guys don't mind, but a lot of this just is a big deal to me, and I just want to share the thoughts and feelings that are in my head, because I have a feeling that even if this reaches just one person that feels the same as me, I just want to let them know, like, I'm here with you, you aren't alone. And I say that really casually, but it means the world to some people, and it means the world to me. Whenever I get a DM on Instagram saying like, hey, I feel the same as you, I instantly feel bonded with that person through a screen, which is crazy, but is amazing as well. Also, I would just like to say this is my experience. These are my thoughts and feelings. This may not be everybody's. It's just what I go through being suicidal. I don't feel like I would like to go into detail about what I have done in the past, harming myself in that sense, because I don't feel like it's needed, but I feel like I may hint at it every now and then, so I just want to give one more disclaimer before we go forward. I wrote this just before I sat down and filmed this, so this isn't all in the past 20 minutes. I thought I would just read a few little things to you guys that I have been, I can hear it in my voice. When I went to therapy, when I lived in the psych ward, we used to have these classes where our therapist, our teacher, would explain to us that our anxiety comes out in so many different forms. When you feel a muscle tense up, that can be your anxiety. When I hear my voice go a little bit croaky, that's my throat like tensing up and my voice, you can hear the anxiety coming out. And I'm really aware of all of that right now. And I think it just shows how much all of this means to me and how much I can really feel it. So I'm proud of myself to be sat here doing this. Go me, go Fuzzy. Here are some bullet points that I wrote just before I sat down to do this. Life is so scary, it's so exhausting, it's so painful. To be alive, to be breathing and feeling all these emotions can sometimes just be way too overwhelming. So much so that you want to end it all because it's just too much, too loud, too excruciating. So I have BPD, so I feel things to the extreme, maybe more than the average person, which can be a blessing and a curse because when I'm happy, I can feel over the moon, ecstatic. When I love so hard and it feels so good. But, you know, I don't need to explain. You can see the downfall in that as well, right? For example, like that stress that you feel at work, we can feel times a million. That social anxiety that you feel when your friend hasn't replied in a few minutes, we feel times a million. That nervous feeling you feel when you like someone and you're not sure if they like you back, we can feel that times a million. And it is so exhausting. It's just like I am so tired. I am so freaking tired, guys. It's exhausting and painful. And when I say that, I mean that to the extreme. The tiredness, the exhaustion, the fatigue is crushing. It's a vicious circle being tired because you're tired of being tired. Fighting all day, every day is just overwhelming, and giving up seems so much easier and sweeter than burning yourself out every second to keep breathing for a life where you're just in pain anyway. I'm reading this and I'm literally like, oh, fuzz. I can feel myself tearing up. But I want to read this to you guys. I want to read the stuff I wrote down because I want people to know what it feels like. I'm going to continue reading. Sorry that I keep pausing and stuff. I need a minute every now and then. Okay. The pain as well, it's unbearable. It's so deep inside and so full. Like you're so empty, just a shell, but at the same time so bursting with pain it's unreal. It doesn't make much sense, but it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt immensely. The pain of being alive can be so excruciating sometimes that you can feel it in your bones. And I mean every word of that, because I feel like a shell. I feel like a shell of a human being. But it doesn't make sense because I'm also so full, like I am bursting with sadness. And I can't understand how I can feel those two things at the same time. It's confusing and mind-boggling, and my brain is just always so damn scrambled by all these different emotions. A big part of the reason that I want to leave planet Earth most of the time is because of the pain. Like, I would do anything to pause it, to soften it, to just make it stop. Just a little bit of relief would feel so freeing. Because like every single day an emotional pain is just crushing. Like all day, every day, there's something. When I'm not angry, I'm upset. When I'm not upset, I'm anxious. When I'm not anxious, I am numb. And then, you know, I do have moments where I don't feel any of that and I feel a little bit happy. But it goes straight back to other things so fast. I've written here, I've written, hope seems like a distant memory that won't ever come back round again. And like, I have hope that I once had hope. Because knowing that it's been there makes me think it can come back again. I don't know if that makes sense, but to me in my brain at this moment in time it does. I'm going to continue reading, you guys. I hope you don't mind. Sometimes my mind is so filled and racing with every thought I've ever had, but at the same time it feels so heavy and slow and deflated. Deflated, that's how it feels a lot of the time. I'm supposed to be this happy sunshine person telling people to have a good day or else, but deep down I'm literally screaming for a fix. And it really upsets me when people jump to the whole, what about the pain you'll cause, the people you'll leave behind? It's not fair. Like,
we can't think of that right now. We're not seeing straight. That's what I always say when I do not feel well. I always say I can't see straight, because I'm not seeing or feeling things rationally. I understand the whole pain side, like leaving people behind and leaving people in pain, and others saying it's not fair, but that's, in my opinion, I don't feel like that's the correct thing to be saying to somebody, because it almost feels and sounds like you're not really listening. You're not validating their feelings and understanding how they're feeling. It's about them in that moment and not other people and how other people will be feeling, if that makes sense. I just think that sometimes people may not understand how far somebody wants to go to make the pain and the exhaustion stop. I've written this here. I could talk forever about this because that's how my feelings are. They go on forever and feel infinite with pain, but there's ups and downs. I can feel it come and go. I can feel life lighten sometimes, and I love those moments with my whole darn heart. Even if they're fleeting, I will try my best to experience them to the fullest. The thing I said about hope earlier is that it's a memory. It may be distant, but it's there. That's how I know it exists. We were there at some point. I'm on medications and I'm in therapy that I believe spark my hope. There's a helping hand to get me to a place where I can see light, even if it's dim and tiny. It's there. I'm a lost little bear, but I feel like I need to tell you that there is actually hope. It's cliche, but it does get better and things can be okay. And I very, very much know that is a lot easier said than done, lads. I've been there. But it's there nonetheless. I may not be in the best place right now, but because of my past ups and downs, I know that it does get better. It may not be the greatest and bestest, but it is better than what is right now. Sorry, I just feel really overwhelmed and sad, like that I've written this all out. And it's so crazy, like I wrote this down about 20-30 minutes ago, and I almost blacked out writing it because I have no recollection of writing any of this or feeling those feelings. I just felt like I needed to let it out and get it out. And I'm a big believer in all this, like journaling and writing things out. Something I used to do was I would write something out on a piece of paper and then I would take it outside and light it on fire, because there was something about watching it disappear into nothingness that felt so like good and freeing, rather than just like scrumpling it up and throwing it in the trash, because then all I can think is, oh my god, it's in the trash and now it's being taken somewhere else. And then I think about its life, like, where is that piece of paper? Where is that piece of paper going with my feelings and my thoughts on it? It scares me. But no, I'm a big believer in writing things down and letting yourself really feel your feelings. My therapist once told me, she said, you know, if you feel like you really need to, then let it out. Cry for an hour if you have to. And once the hour is up, stop, have a look at yourself, have a talk with yourself and say, okay, that's enough for today. It's enough for now. If I need to continue crying, if I need to do more, then I'll do it again tomorrow. For now, I'm going to get up and get on with my day. And I really liked that because she was letting me feel my feelings and letting me let it out. I know that I say this a lot on my Instagram, but I say it a lot because I really mean it. We are in this together. I'm here with you and you're here with me. Like, we've got this. We do. We've got this, lads. Like, I really do. I believe in us. And I believe in you. Even if you don't believe in you, I'll do it for you. And for those moments and times when I can't believe in myself, I have a feeling that you guys are going to be there and you're going to believe in me. I'm smiling and like giggling, but it's like, it's a little bit sad because I don't want anyone to feel like this, because I know how it feels. It's heartbreaking. Like I can feel myself about to cry because I don't want anyone to feel like this. Like, I know it's like a cliche saying, but I wouldn't wish this upon my worst enemy. Okay, look, we've got this. We got this, lads. We're in this together. It's so nice knowing that there are others out there that just get it. I don't have to explain anything to you. I don't need to ask, like, do you get it? Do you understand? Because, yeah, you get it. If you feel like you related to anything that I said during this little pod, then I am so sorry. I am so sorry that you have ever felt anything like this, or that you do feel anything like this. It sucks, it's unfair, it's really not cool, and I'm just so sorry. But I'm here for you, and I know that you're here for me. And I know this is getting like soppy and cheesy and weird almost. Not even almost, 100% this is freaking weird. But it's real. We've got this. I know we do. Yay, go us. I know that this episode has been quite short, but I feel like I've said everything that I needed to say, or that I would have liked to have said at this moment in time. So yeah, I think I'm gonna pop off here if that's alright. Say it with me, lads. Have a good day or else. I love ya. Mwah.